Fisker is in survival mode, and this may be a great thing in the long term, if they survive. Let's get into that. Fisker released a document declaring some business changes on December 1st. I'll go through that with you and immediately after give you my thoughts. The delivery rate is somewhere around 100 Oceans per day, and that's good news. However, this next part about EV demand is an excuse. Here's Tesla's Q3 2022 numbers. Here's their Q3 2023 numbers. Doesn't look like a decline to me. Here's GM's sales increase. Here's a report from Ford.
Best ever sales.
Hyundai had a 33% increase in electrified sales and added this quote, "We do not plan to dramatically reduce EV production on our lineup due to likely near-term hurdles, as we believe EV sales will grow longer term." So I don't know where anyone gets this EV demand is bad information. I think it's a talking point that Ford and GM and Stellantis used during their negotiations with the UAW, but I don't think it's real. In fact, I made a whole short on why it's not. It's tax credit, Cybertruck, wrong plug, interest rates, new Model 3. That's why we're not buying EVs right now. Moving on to real estate. In the US, in the coming months, Fisker will have locations in Los Angeles, New York, Long Island, Vista, California, Redwood, California, Huntington Beach, Tempe, Arizona, Brentwood, Tennessee, Oklahoma City, Ackworth, Georgia, Owings Mills, Maryland, Dallas, Texas, and Naples, Florida. There's also 19 additional facilities in Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, and the United Kingdom, either online now or coming online soon. Super quick caveat, no mention of Canada. Fisker added a real estate partner, Boxer Property, to give them access to resorts and malls. And, round of applause, Canadian deliveries are slated to start in December as well. Further, Ocean One deliveries are almost complete, and I don't know how true that is, more on that in a minute, but Ultra and Extreme deliveries have begun in Europe. Here's more salesmanship. Fisker has elevated engagement with existing customers to address various issues and to improve the ownership experience, basically stating, people answer the phone now. And let's talk about the website. There are a lot of Ocean Ones still for sale. This is likely due to cancellations and the price decrease on the Extreme trim. It also means that flipping the Ocean is not going to be feasible, at least in the near future. But good news, leasing is set to begin soon. This is the first time leasing has been mentioned by Fisker since the initial unveiling of the features, a press kit from early 2022. No mention of price. I wouldn't be thinking too much about that $379 a month lease anytime soon. Fisker wants to sell emission credits as well, so lucky you, Stellantis. All jokes aside, the prediction is close to 3 million greenhouse gas credits through 2025. Also exciting, soon your Ocean will be able to update while plugged in, an encouraging step even though it's a bare minimum feel coming from an existing EV owner. The rest of this paragraph is fluff. However, the next paragraph promises one-pedal driving, improved key fob functionality, another bare minimum in my opinion, and dog mode. I'd love to get excited about this part mentioning ADAS, but there's no specifics, so I wouldn't get too excited about adaptive cruise just yet, especially if more homologation is needed. And this is the only paragraph the media picked up on. Only 10,000 units expected by the end of the year. This working capital plan has been mentioned in many prior releases, so is not really news, and for us watching Fisker closely, we all knew about the production problem, whether we wanted to admit it or not. Also, let's hope Dan Quirk has more features than quirks, as he's now the EVP of accounting.
This is the new
EVP of accounting. The other part of this paragraph is more an admittance of vulnerability than a positive. Any improvement to the ability to file on time is a bare minimum, but a welcome change. Additional hiring listed here. So, will Fisker survive? I think so. They have the ability to pull the trigger on production, and they have deliveries to make whenever they'd like. They've also got $300 million in working capital coming in. Their use of that money will determine their long-term future. And I don't mean other money or another time. I do believe this next few months are so critical that this current funding will determine if they exist in the future. But what if they fail? Here's my take. And since we're towards the end of the video and we're all friends here, I can speculate, right? Just in case. Warning, this next bit is purely speculation based on a worst-case scenario for Fisker. Oh, and just in case I'm wrong with all this speculation, make sure you subscribe so you can call me out in the future. And if you want some evidence of my track record in speculation in the past, check out my Not Ready video where I predict everything that has happened to Fisker in the recent months will happen before it happened. Fisker is probably the most promising EV player on Earth. That said, the car designer in charge right now has made some mistakes, but he's also hit the home runs needed to have a massive success in the EV space. And for my subscribers, you now know what time it is. Let's say it together.
Low.
In the challenge column, you've got poor management of capital, poor staffing, poor sales management, poor customer experience, and let's add accounting in there too. Oh yeah, and software. For now, my bad. In the huge win column, you've got design language, international homologation, established supply chain, manufacturing contract, real estate contracts, and good marketing. Continuing with speculation, if I were Geely or Stellantis, I would start thinking about how many pennies on the dollar it would cost me to launch an EV brand that already has everything in place. I'd let Henrik stay on as CEO and market the brand, and use my existing infrastructure to become a force in the EV space overnight. For Stellantis, you've already got tons of brands and nothing you currently make in any market competes with the Ocean, so no overlap issues. And you don't have to stop building all the ICE garbage you're spewing out from your current portfolio. You also get a relationship with CATL to sweeten the deal, and that can't be bad. Keep the online model, sell them at Dodge dealerships also. For Geely or Geely, it's just another smooth step in the Western market transition you're already a part of. Keep the online sales model, sell all your Fiskers at Lotus dealerships, so you don't have to tell them to go to another dealer if they ask you for something electric. So what's the moral? If Fisker folds, no sweat. They can shed their issues overnight, and the new owner will more than likely be an experienced veteran in the car game, which could make your customer experience as an owner even better. It's a win-win for the customer. Fisker stays successful, it gets better over time. Fisker fails, it gets better immediately. Speculation over. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments below. I've got thoughts on the stock price right here. Subscribe for more. We'll see you on the next one.
Smash the like button.
Thank you.